Are you stuck in there, bud? You want us to help you out? I think you should be able to get out.
We just saw the little raccoon get out.
He's on top of the garbage can.
He got out with that stick Joe put in there. We're going on the bridge. This cute little town area.
This is a really nice little cute little town.
Look at this one.
No! I know what you're gonna say.
Side shopping. We're going to my favorite store.
Yours?
Outdoor World and Bass Pro Shop and the Fish Company.
I mean,
Woo! Hell yeah.
hey,
What you doing?
changing the spark plugs, and I just got the distributor cap and the rotor changed. Good morning, everyone. We are officially leaving this site in Auburndale, Florida. It's been a very nice area to stay at, and we are all hooked up, ready to go.
This spot was very peaceful. It's in like a little tiny motorhome neighborhood, and so it's very quiet other than the highway right over there. But that's just background.
It's not a
noise.
highway, it's more like a little freeway.
Main road over there.
Yeah.
But it's just background noise. This is our new bike ride.
Ta-da!
Yep. That way we don't have to put our bikes in the RV while we travel. Not only can we put the bike rack on the RV, but if we want to take the Jeep and go out on some trails, we can throw the bike rack on the back of the Jeep as well.
Where are we headed to?
We're going to the Ocala National Forest.
Yes.
We're at Silver Springs, but now we're going to go to the National Forest and check that out. Maybe go swimming in some springs. Tell everybody what's going on.
RV doesn't want to start.
So it started up perfect
Like right away.
right away, and then you turned it back off
Yep.
to continue getting everything ready to go, and then when we went to take off,
I was just doing that.
you
So I had to
got
disconnect the Jeep, and as you can see there, I am giving it a little boost.
and you
But it's
got
weird, 'cause
that all taken apart.
If it's a battery, like, I hope it's a battery, but it doesn't make sense why it would just die right after it started. The battery cables are a little rusted. Could be the problem too. I might have to get some new cables. I don't know. We'll just see.
To the auto store and got our battery charged, and we're gonna see if that was the problem. It's not working. One more try.
What's going on?
Got new cables. Joe tried to start it to see if that was the problem. That was not the problem. So now he is gonna check to see about the starter. So the original plan was to leave this morning, and that was about 9 o'clock that we were ready, and now it is 3:24, and I'm sitting here editing video, and Joe is out there trying to see what he can do to get us up and going. So far we've made like 3 trips to the parts store, and we're probably going to be going back pretty soon. So, or at least Joe is. So that is life. What you doing?
Taking the starter off. Now there's a sound coming from the starter when you try to crank it, like a buzzing sound. So I'm taking the starter off, taking it to Auto Parts. They told me they diagnose starters or something. So let's take it over there and see what they say about it. Hopefully that's it, because that thing took me a while to take off. So
let me see your hands.
good morning once again. We are in the same spot as we were yesterday. But on the plus side, we got the starter fixed. Got the new part for it last night, and it took a while. That thing literally weighed like, I felt like it, 100 pounds being on my back. Thought I didn't room to work, but we got that fixed. We got the motorhome running last night, and I installed this because every time we parked somewhere, I'd have to disconnect the batteries. Our batteries were drained quite a bit. So this piece here, it's a relay switch. What you do here is, you see this switch right here? When you push this all the way in, it turns on the battery. When you take it off, it shuts it off. Like the battery just not running. It doesn't start, the motorhome doesn't start or anything. And that's perfect because I don't have to take the cables out of the battery every time we want to boondock or do something like that. So it gives us an ease of mind, and it's very convenient. I found it at the Advanced Auto Parts store here in Auburndale. So, since we're going to start the RV, I'm just going to turn it on. Like that. Look at that. Isn't that great? And got me one of these. Check the tire pressure, which is very important. But I'm so excited to be able to do something like that. on the manual, it said like, in order to change a starter, you got to lift the vehicle, the RV up. We're like, well, we're gonna end up paying like $500 to get it fixed, and it didn't look that hard to do, but it was a pain. But I was super excited. Now we can hit the road, and one less thing to worry about. I'm glad it happened here in this spot, not somewhere like at a way station or something. Starts right up, like it's dying to start. Pretty awesome.
We are ready.
We are ready.
Back for the road is a Clif Bar and pistachio.
It's
That was a big store.
really cool.
National Forest, but we are experiencing some problems with the RV now. Some kind of exhaust problem, possibly an alignment problem.
Exhaust leak and alignment, something going on. Tires, which we're planning to get fixed anyway, because as you guys already notice with your comments, is it's hard to hear. Something's wrong with your engine. So we're gonna go to Ocala. Don't want to do that. That's what we gotta do.
But we're gonna see if we can get it fixed before we continue on the journey.
Yes, very important.
Where are you taking us?
Back to Ocala the interesting way. Over
wow, look down there.
This bridge.
We are up high. Going to get our RV looked at.
Tomorrow morning.
What's that?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow morning?
He said, not today.
You just telling me that now?
Yeah, I told you that already.
Man, mister. Why don't you call the other place?
No, they can't take it. Besides, it's almost 4 o'clock. Places are going to close anyway.
Not all places.
Most places. Cars aren't yielding or nothing.
You don't tell me nothing.
I was on speakerphone.
Not true. Like,
So what are we going to do then? Now that you just came to the realization that tomorrow is RV day.
well, I guess we're gonna have to find some activities to do during the day.
And you remember this Walmart in Ocala is pretty tight. It says it's friendly, but I mean, according to the app,
I guess we'll find out.
we'll find out.
Here
It's
we
off of
are
Silver
at the
Springs.
Walmart in Ocala. Just went to Walmart and got ourselves an Ozark Trail lantern.
Made in China.
Yeah, so that's what they had. That's the batteries, and that is gonna replace these little lights that are dying on us. And these are just, these were just last minute things that we bought and have been using while we boondock at Walmart. And now we have something much better, we hope. So this is our first step, is getting an actual lantern. And our second step is to get a battery so we can run the electricity in here when we boondock. Then until then, this is all we're going to be using.
See how it works. Looks like a troubled kid. The cops are saying, your mom wants you, your mom wants you, buddy. And one kid's like, why are you guys running after me? I don't think much else is going to happen. But there's one thing I've noticed different than Walmarts in Iowa as opposed to Florida. And that's that there's a ton of security cops in every Walmart.
We have old people that sit on chairs in Iowa.
We are at Walt's Brakes and More in Ocala, Florida. They're going to take our RV in. So far, very, very friendly people, very nice. And I'm liking it. And let's just see how it goes. Hopefully it all works out. It's about 10 o'clock at night and we are parked at Walt's Brakes. We're going to stay here the night. I'll start from the beginning. So we got here in the morning and I talked to the mechanic and I gave him I had written a long list. Carrie actually did. He looked at it and we took it for a test drive. He drove, and as we were driving, one of the things I told him was that when we're going highway speed, there's a loud thump sound that occurs as we're driving. And actually it happened to us as we were driving, happened 3 times, and this was with a mechanic. The third time, pulled over because it was a really, really loud thump. And he went outside, looked at the tire, and the tread came off of the tire. So we slowly worked our way back to the RV shop. And he told me, okay, front tires need to be changed. That's a must. And I'll keep you updated, and I'll let you know what other things I notice. So a couple hours pass, and he calls and says that there's a fuel leak. There's an exhaust leak, and it's pretty obvious. And there's an exhaust leak. You guys can hear it through the video as we're driving. And he gave me a quote. It was over a budget. I asked, what is it that needs to be fixed that could take us back home safely? Like, what is the bare minimum that we could get done to the RV to take us back to Iowa, since that's our plan, to slowly go back to Iowa. So he said, all right, for sure, tires and the fuel pump. There's a leak coming out of the fuel pump. Those 2 things should take you back home. I'm like, okay. And then, the price dropped quite a bit, and that was more in our price range. Thinking about it, I probably could have changed the fuel pump myself, and I had it, hit me after the conversation, but it is what it is, and it's fixed now. Now, while we're here camped overnight, they ordered the wrong tires. The tires they got were for trailers, so they reordered tires, and they're coming from Orlando, so they should be here in the morning. So hopefully in the morning we get the tires, and hopefully they're right, and get those on there, and we can get back on the road. These people have been great to us, so friendly. Since the minute I walked into the office, literally the whole day, phone call. When we got back, it was about 5:45. They were going to close in about 15 minutes. They said we could park here overnight, and they'll give us a 30 amp electrical outlet, which we're plugged into right now, which is pretty awesome. When we got back, the guys at the shop and the mechanics offered to see if we wanted to go out to eat with them, since that's what they do every couple days a week or something, which is really nice of them. We didn't take the offer. We had already eaten, but just the fact that they would do that, just offer to just go out to eat with us, and it really means a lot. It's a family-owned business, and I would recommend this place so far. On another thing they did today, and this is no charge at all. This is very nice of these guys to do. This morning when we unhooked the Jeep from the RV, the Jeep just didn't want to start, and one of the mechanics took a look at it and kind of tweaked the carburetor and got it going. That took about 10 minutes to do.
Okay, the choke's closing now, so we shouldn't have any more problems.
So far so good, and we'll call it a night and see what happens in the morning. It had battery life in it. It's just they put a little bit more charge in it.
Why are you on your knees?
Huh? Oh, I don't know actually. All right, restart. Let's start over. The exhaust is